Hello everyone and welcome to today's gentle flow. To start off with, let's just come into a nice comfortable seat. Allow your spine to lengthen, crown reaches up towards the ceiling as the sit bones press down towards the mat. And just allow your shoulders to roll down and back away from the ears. You can start to close your eyes down and just take a few moments to really settle into your practice today. As you do so, just start to notice this natural, organic rhythm of your breath. Noticing as it pulls in through the nostrils, makes its way all the way down into the lungs. And noticing as you exhale through the nostrils, feeling the body soften, just following that breath. And if the eyes aren't already closed down, just allow them to close softly on your next exhalation. Noticing that rhythm of your breath. And starting to feel yourself arrive here on your mat for your practice today. Then when you feel ready, I invite you to set an intention for your practice if you would like to. Something that you would like to experience in your practice, perhaps a feeling of spaciousness, feeling of peace, quiet, or relaxation. Maybe you want to try and stay in the present moment the entire practice. Whatever it is for you, setting this intention, perhaps repeating it in your mind a few times like a mantra. And then just allowing yourself to come back into this space. Maybe gently fluttering open the eyes, looking straight out ahead. Good. From here, we're going to start off with a little spinal warm-up. So palms come onto the knees. Let's take a deep breath in. Heart space pulls forward as the shoulders roll back. As you exhale, shoulders roll forward, rounding the back out behind you. Chin can drop down towards the chest. Inhale, chest pulls forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades as you lift the chin and reach the sit bones back. Exhale, round the spine. Belly button pulls in towards the spine. Good. Keep going with the pace of your own breath. Inhaling, opening the chest, broadening through the collarbones. Then exhale, rounding the spine. Good. Starting to notice if you can feel some warmth coming into the body, in the core, in the chest, maybe in the shoulders. And just keep going with this rhythm. Just 5 more rounds of breath here. Just moving as subtly as you need to, making it comfortable. Very good. Just 2 more rounds of breath. Heart space pulls open. Exhale, rounding the spine. And just 1 more round of breath. Slowly just allow yourself to come back to that neutral spine, straight up towards the ceiling with the crown of the head. Let's take a little twist. Right hand comes behind us. Left hand comes onto the outside of the right knee. Deep breath in to lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, let's twist over to the right. Maybe turning the chin towards the right shoulder or keeping it in line with the chest if that's more comfortable for your neck. Spine stays long. And just allow yourself to release a little further into the twist with each exhalation. Just one more deep breath in, lengthening through the spine. Deep breath out, let's release, come all the way back to center. Take it over to the other side. Left hand comes behind the body, fingertips to the ground or the mat behind you. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Deep breath in, let's lengthen. Deep breath out, twisting to the left, maybe turning the chin towards that left shoulder if it feels good, or keeping the chin in line with the center of the chest if that feels better. Feeling that space between the vertebrae and the spine, and just allowing yourself to soften into the twist with each exhalation. One more deep breath in, lengthening through the spine. Deep breath out to release, coming back to center. Very good. Let's take the palms together at the heart space now. Pressing the palms together and the fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling. As we breathe in, the arms reach above the head. Press the palms together. As you exhale, bend at the elbows and take the palms down towards the base of the neck, or maybe just behind the head. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. As you exhale, soften those shoulders down away from the ears. Deep breath in. Let's lift the palms high. Exhale, hands all the way back down to the heart space. Good. Again, inhale, fingertips reach high. Press the palms together. Exhale, bend at the elbows. Palms come down to the base of the neck. Stay here and breathe in, reaching those elbows a little higher. Breathing out, softening the shoulders down away from the ears. Deep breath in. Let's lift the hands high. Exhale, release them back down to the heart space. Very good. When you're ready, let's take the hands down onto the mat and come into a tabletop pose. Hands come directly under the shoulders, knees are directly under the hips. And just take a moment to gaze back towards the feet on each side of the body for a few moments, lengthening through each side of the body. Good, just one more time on each side. Looking all the way back towards the toes. Beautiful. Then come back to center. Let's open the knees out wide. Bring the big toes together and sink the hips all the way back to the heels. Lowering the chest down and the forehead down to the mat. Fingertips are reaching out in front. You might feel a nice stretch all the way through the shoulders, maybe through the armpits. With each inhalation, we stretch those fingertips a little further away from the crown of the head. And with each exhalation, allow the hips to soften down and back a little more. Just allowing yourself to come back to this pose at any point in the remainder of the practice, if you need a little break. Let's just take one more deep breath in. One more deep breath out, softening the hips. On your next inhale, let's gaze forward between the palms. Then come up through your tabletop, bring the knees back under the hips. Press into the palms, let's tuck the toes under, and then reach the hips nice and high, finding our downward facing dog. Now you can adjust your stance if you need to here, get really comfortable, and then just start to pedal out the feet, bending one knee at a time. And as you bend that one knee, the opposite heel softens down towards the mat. Just noticing how this feels through the backs of the legs. Pressing into all 10 fingertips and breathing deep, relaxing the head and the neck. Let's just take one more deep breath in. Then one more deep breath out. Soften both heels down towards the mat. It's okay if the knees are bent and the heels are lifted. Just try and soften the heels a little closer towards the mat and press the chest back towards the legs. Then when we're ready, take a deep breath in. Lift your right leg high, coming into three-legged down dog. keeping the hips squared towards the mat. Then as you exhale, pull the right knee in towards the chest and step the foot between the palms. From here, we find our runner's lunge. We're going to lower the left knee down, allow the hips to press a little forward and pull the heart space forward. Then as we exhale, press the fingertips back into the mat and lengthen both the legs to reach the hips high, rounding the spine. Inhale, the left knee drops down, chest pulls forward, open the chest. Exhale, lengthen the legs, finding a stretch through that right hamstring and rounding the spine. One more time, let's drop that left knee down, pull the heart space forward. Exhale, rounding the spine, lengthening through the legs. Chin tucks in towards the chest. Let's come back to that runner's lunge, bending that right knee to come over the right ankle. And then as you exhale, step the left foot forward behind the right foot. So crossing the left foot behind the right and lowering the chest down. Now, if that's not comfortable for you, just take the left foot beside the right and come into your Uttanasana forward fold. But if you can, taking that left foot behind the right and crossing it beside the right foot and feeling this beautiful stretch all the way down that left leg, down the back of the leg, and just notice what you can feel here. Allowing the chest, the head, the neck, the shoulders to relax completely. Softening with each exhalation just a little bit more. Let's just take one more deep breath in. And one more deep breath out. Slowly uncross the legs, bringing the left foot beside the right. And let's come into a halfway lift as we inhale. Fingertips to the shins or the thighs, lifting the chest up to parallel with the floor. Then exhale, fold all the way back down. Inhale, let's come all the way up. Circle sweep your arms, palms come together overhead. Exhale, let's fold all the way down, palms through center. Inhale, find that halfway lift again, fingertips to the shins or to the thighs. Exhale and fold, planting the hands down. And from here, let's step the feet back, coming into our plank pose. Now find plank pose, then lower the knees down, keeping that nice straight line from the shoulders down to the knees. And from here, let's bend the elbows straight back, lowering the chest and the belly all the way down to the mat. As we inhale, let's lift the shoulders and open the heart space forward in front. Exhale, lower back down. Bring the palms under the shoulders. Let's tuck the toes under and come back through your tabletop to find your downward facing dog. Very good. Noticing all of the fingertips pressing into the mat, pressing the chest back towards the legs, and maybe you pedal out through the feet again here. Just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. Let's soften both heels down. Then on your next inhale, left leg lifts high. Find that three-legged down dog, keeping the hips nice and squared to the mat. As you exhale, left knee pulls into the chest. Step that foot between the palms, making sure that the ankle is directly below the knee. Then let's lower the right knee down, open through the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, maybe lifting the chin. As we exhale, fingertips come back to the mat, lengthen through the legs and round through the spine. Inhale, drop the back knee down, open the chest. Exhale, rounding through the spine, lengthen through the legs. Feel that nice stretch through the left hamstring. One more time. Opening the chest, lower the back knee down. Exhale, fingertips to the mat, round the spine, lengthening through the legs, tucking the chin into the chest. Let's find that runner's lunge one more time. That knee comes over the left ankle. Then exhale, right foot steps forward and crosses behind the left foot. Finding that forward fold and noticing if you can feel any difference between this side and the other side. Allowing the head, the neck, the face to relax here. Let's take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose, keeping the fingertips nice and close to the mat or touching the mat to keep yourself stable in this position. Allow the legs to lengthen, the hips to reach high, and the chest to just fall down, coming in towards the legs. Crown of the head just softens down towards the mat. Take 1 more deep breath in here. 1 more deep breath out. Slowly start to uncross that right foot. Bring it beside the left. Lower the chest down to find your Uttanasana forward fold. Let's find a halfway lift. Fingertips to shins or the thighs. Lifting the chest and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, let's rise all the way up, circle sweeping the arms. Palms come together. Exhale, find that forward fold. Good work. Deep breath in as we find that halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Planting the hands down here. And again, stepping the feet back to find your plank pose. Lower the knees down here again, finding a nice straight line from the shoulders to the knees. And then lower the whole body down, elbows bend straight back as you lower down. Deep breath in to lift the shoulders, looking ahead. Baby cobra. Exhale, lowering down. Press the palms into the mat, tuck the toes, find that tabletop position, and then reach the hips high, pressing the chest back towards the legs. Just take a deep breath in here in your downward facing dog, tilting the sit bones up towards the ceiling as much as you can, feeling that lengthening through the backs of the legs and still pressing into the fingertips. Then as we exhale, let's allow the knees to come down. Open them wide, bring the big toes together, sink the hips back to the heels and take your extended child's pose. Lowering the forehead down, reaching the fingertips out in front, and allowing the hips to sink down and back with each exhalation. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Again, deep breath in, reaching the fingertips out in front. Deep breath out, sinking the hips down and back. And just 1 more time, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Slowly start to walk the hands back towards the knees or towards the hips. Starting to lift the spine up. We're going to just sit the hips over to one side. Swing the legs out in front. And just shuffle forward on your mat so that you can come down to lie on your back. Keeping the soles of the feet on the mat, about hip width apart. We're going to find a bridge pose. So making sure that those feet are hip width apart, pressing into the mat with the soles of the feet. Hands can be beside the body. And just start to tuck the tailbone under. And then gently start to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae to find your bridge pose. Starting to press the hips a little further up towards the ceiling, pressing into the soles of the feet, squeezing the glutes, and maybe, if it feels good, you can roll the shoulders under, puffing up the chest, and interlace your fingers behind your back, pressing the edges of the hands into the mat. Just notice how this feels for you in this pose. Puffing up the chest, squeezing those fingertips together or the hands together. Keeping that chin nice and tucked in towards the chest. Let's just take 1 more deep breath in. Reach the hips a little higher. Puff up the chest. Then exhale, release that grip of the hands and slowly roll all the way back down. Vertebrae by vertebrae, releasing the spine back down onto the mat, untucking the tailbone, and then just allowing the knees to drop from side to side. Just windscreen wiping them across the body a few times. Very good. Let's just bring those knees back into center. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. And then if it feels good, you can either just press that right knee away with the right fingertips or interlace the fingers around the left thigh or even the left shin and pull the legs in towards the body. Important to keep the shoulders rolling back, heavy on the mat, the chest is open. Just take 3 deep breaths here. Allowing those shoulders to soften down, be nice and heavy. One more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Slowly releasing when you're ready. Release the grip of the hands. Left foot comes back to the mat. Take your right sole of the foot down and cross your left ankle over your right knee. Pressing into the left knee with the left fingertips or interlacing the hands around the right thigh or maybe the right shin. Pull the legs in towards the body, rolling the shoulders back again here. Chest is open. Noticing the sensations of this stretch. Very good. Just 3 deep breaths in. And 3 deep breaths out. One last deep breath in. And one last deep breath out. Well done. Let's slowly release the grip of the hands. Take that right foot back down to the mat and uncross your left foot. From here, the soles of the feet can come together, knees can drop out wide, and take a few moments here to come into a nice reclined position. Just starting to notice the body sinking down into the mat. And just allow yourself to become heavier and heavier as you allow yourself to soften completely. Then start to just bring your awareness to the crown of the head. We're going to consciously relax each part of the body, starting from the crown of the head and making our way down, all the way down to the tips of the toes. So starting to soften the temples, relaxing the brow, softening all of the little muscles behind your eyes. Noticing the jaw soft, unclenched. Relax the mouth, the throat, down into the neck. Releasing any tension that remains in the neck and in the shoulders. Allowing the shoulders to just soften into the mat and be heavy. Notice the upper arms relaxed, the forearms relaxed, and the hands and the fingers soft, fingers maybe just gently curling. The collarbones are broad and the chest is relaxed. Softly moving with the breath. Bring your awareness down to your belly, gently rising and falling with the breath. Soft and relaxed. Releasing from the base of the skull all the way down to the base of the spine. The sit bones are heavy. The thighs are heavy. Relaxing the lower legs, the ankles, your feet, and all of your toes. Allowing your entire body to just be completely relaxed. And for the next few minutes, perhaps focusing your attention on the rhythm of your breath, following its journey in through the nostrils and down into the lungs, and then back out through the nostrils. Or perhaps you'd rather just allow the mind to wander, releasing all of the effort, all of the control. Whatever you need right now, allow yourself to shift into this space, focusing on the breath or letting the mind wander off. Start to deepen your breath. And just slowly start to bring your awareness back into the room and back into your body. Noticing how the body feels as it just lies here heavy on the mat. And perhaps coming back to your intention that you set at the beginning of the practice. Keeping this in your mind as you start to gently wriggle through the fingers and through the toes. Then when you're ready, Gently take the arms all the way overhead. Take a big stretch. You can lengthen the legs out long. Lengthening the body completely. Wriggle the hips and the shoulders from side to side. And then pull the knees into the chest, hugging them in. And gently make your way over onto one side, taking as long as you need to. Staying here on the side for as long as you like. There's no rush. And then just when you feel completely ready, starting to make your way up to a comfortable seat. Crossing the legs, lengthening the spine, and taking a few moments to bring the hands together at the heart space. Noticing now any subtle changes in the body or the mind after that practice. And taking a moment to extend some gratitude to yourself for making time for your practice today. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.